When I arrived in the Philippines, I had extremely detailed instructions on how to get from the airport to my place of stay. I knew that I wouldn't have any data and I would rely solely on my written instructions. I triple-checked them with a friend and I knew confidently that I would have to leave the airport and look for the bus station next to the McDonald's under the bridge. So, I left the airport and I grabbed my bag and I walked outside and I looked for the bus station next to the McDonald's under the bridge. And as I walked out the airport, I didn't see a McDonald's. I didn't see a bus station, and a bridge was nowhere in sight. My perfect roadmap quickly disintegrated into nothing. Thanks to some locals with some great English skills, I found out that I had exited on the completely opposite side of the airport from my instructions. I hadn't accounted for a gate change. I knew that I would have to take a different path to get to my desired destination. Oftentimes, organizations set quick turnaround timelines for change and recommendations of new team members, with impressive resumes which assume accuracy and wisdom based on previous experience and knowledge. Some organizations even include in the job posting phrases such as "must be able to implement change within the first 30 days." With the exception of a true crisis, when a company puts these sorts of expectations on the employees, the organization is likely to be given a list of instructions from previous experience, assuming proximity to a bus station, a McDonald's, and a bridge. Furthermore, if you are the one leading the initiative with a resume of great past experience, don't always assume that the situation is exactly the same. Ask questions to find out if there was a gate change and where you are currently in the airport. See, I don't know where your organization is, whether you're on the north or the south side of the airport, whether you're at LaGuardia or JFK. Be more like the strangers that first took the time to assess where I was and where I wanted to go before they gave me instructions. I recently began a new job with a new company, and I was eager and excited for change. But here's how I led and currently am leading change in our initiative. The first 30 days were spent learning and observing and building relationships. First, I asked, how is it done currently? It was in this time I truly found that where we truly were as an organization. And it's in my opinion that this is the best way to spend your first 30 days. First, decide where you are in your organization. Where is the organization within the industry? How is it currently being done? The second 30 days were spent earning trust and insights of proposed change. This was the time that I laid out a new plan and began to prepare for change. In my first 30 days, I asked a lot of questions regarding the company and the team. In the next 30 days, I asked a lot of specific questions about the application of my ideas specifically to the organization and directly encouraged non-fitting ideas to be rejected. These honest questions have led to fruitful conversations and immense buy-in. So in my second 30 days, I asked questions such as, well, I'm still new and I'm learning and I could be totally off base, but I've noticed this. Do you think we could try this and that? Oh, how about if we did this and that? Have we thought about doing this and that? The difference between leading change and managing change is relationships. As I had already built the relationships, we were able to have an honest conversation about what change initiatives would work better for this organization that would help us get to our desired destination. Recently, I just finished my 3rd month with the company. And in this last 30 days, we have begun to implement change in our organization with new strategies, processes, and initiatives. Many of the ideas that we implement are very similar to previous experiences and require a very similar knowledge base. Naturally, this 30-30-30 suggested timeline is merely a general direction and is not a strictly laid out map. It's up to you to create a timeline that best allows you to form, storm, and norm a team plan to perform at its highest capacity. In many regards, organizations are practically similar everywhere, but not identical. In many, many, many facets, organizations own different personalities, cultures, regulations, industries, and nature of work. In my new organization, I took my toolbox of previous knowledge and asked many questions about how to apply the tools in the varying scale, culture, and nature of work. Back in the Philippines, I relied on my basic knowledge of navigating public transport. We rode in jeepneys, my general knowledge of the Manila city center, and my written hotel name and address as helpful tools from previous experience and knowledge to help me get to the destination. Previous experience was a valuable tool, but it didn't mean that the same game plan was applied every single time. Even challenges that appear identical, even as identical as go from the Manila airport to the city center, might have a few changes. It can be very multifaceted with different angles. So take the time to analyze where you are currently so that you can best determine the steps that you need to take to make it to your final destination.
Because it's not yet formed.
I'm
Not
lucky.
yet.
No, that is
Yeah.
fully fun. That's a chicken.
Yeah, but there's no beak yet. No beak, no eyes, no.
Okay.
Okay, more of it. Yeah. It tastes like.
That is the body. Oh.
Yeah, it's good.
It's good.
Yeah. Told you.